To create a new checklist on training progress, go to your Supervisor Activity panel and go to Checklist Admin. This option is available for system admins, supervisors, super trainers and line managers. To create a new checklist, click on Add New Checklist, give it a title, click Add Checklist. Then open the checklist in order to edit it. We've got 3 tabs: Access, Edit and Report. We'll start with the Access tab first. Initially, we have to decide who's going to be able to use this checklist. You can either select individual job roles, select a job role group, or an individual, or by privilege level on training progress. Next, we have to decide if we want more than one team member to be able to access the same form of the checklist. This means that if a team member clicks Save, another team member can pick up the checklist and continue on with the same form. We can also decide if we want to have a maximum number of checklists created in any one day. This is sometimes a good idea to prevent people creating multiple checklists or missing checklists that have already been formed. This task is only going to be done once on any given day, so I'm going to select one checklist. I can also set reminders by clicking this box here, and I can choose daily or weekly reminders, click on particular days. Alternatively, I can click on the monthly and choose to have the reminder set on a particular day of the month, every either 1 month or every 1 to up to 6 months. And then I select when I want the monthly reminders to begin. Or I can say annually and choose a particular date that I would like it to start on, and then it'll be annual after that by selecting from the calendar. In this case, I think it would be sensible to have a weekly reminder to do this task. If I have set a reminder, then I can also set an alert and choose who the alert is going to be sent to, so I can have it sent to the practice manager. So in this case, if this weekly task is not complete, the following day the practice manager will receive an email to let him know that that has not occurred, and then click Save Changes. Next, we need to look at the content of the list. So we go to the Edit tab. Just as a standard, training progress asks team members to review their checklists every 12 months, then give the checklist a description. Next, we can create some free text fields that the user will be able to fill in. So in this example, if I type branch here, they will then have to type the name of the branch that they are creating the checklist for. We can also define documents that need to be uploaded. This would be useful if you are using the checklist as a reminder for maintenance and a maintenance certificate was going to be issued. You could then have that uploaded. So you would define that as fire safety certificate or gas safety certificate, and then click the add button. Then we start defining the items on the list. We do that just by typing into these fields. For any item on training progress, we can link it to an element. Click on the green arrow to reveal the element field, start typing, then click on it to select it. This will allow team members to quickly access and navigate to elements or documents or videos so that they can complete tasks confidently and in a timely manner. Keep clicking Add Item to add more items. When you have finished, click Save Changes. At any time, you are able to add additional items, and you can drag and drop items by left-clicking on an item and move it up until it gets to a grey line, which will expand to a black line, and drop it there, and you can see that item has moved. If you've done this after the checklists have been completed in the past, that's fine. The data will move with them when you do future audits, so that the data stays with the label. But this means that you can reorder your checklist to make sure that it is in a sensible order for your team members to complete. Again, remember to click Save Changes. The last thing you would need to do is make sure that your checklist is live by clicking on the eye arrow to make it visible. We can then go and see what this checklist is like by going back home and then going down to My Checklists. I can click on here, and then I can see my new checklist, which is in red, just to let me know that it's there. It's got its definition there for me as well. and then I'm going to create a new one by clicking on the Add button. That's going to create a new form of it. And there, this is our item that we've created. We can then type in the branch. Tick items as we've completed them. If I'm not sure about something, I can click on this on the element. It will take me to that element in training progress. It's going to open in another window there. But you can see it's brought it all up for me. I can also add notes. So if for some reason there's a problem with something, I can note that in the notes. When I need to take a break, I can click Save Changes. This form will then be available for either myself or another team member to come back to by clicking on. They can then pick up where I left off. Really importantly, when we've finished, we don't have to tick all of the boxes in order to mark this item as complete. That means that we don't get that sort of rush to tick the boxes just for the sake of finishing the form. We can then view the checklist as a PDF if we want to, and that will allow us to download that checklist. We can then store that offline on a patient record, HR records, but also the results are kept within training progress. So you can either go back and look at individual items within the checklist admin under that reporting tab, which allows you to open PDF of saved checklists, or if there are checklists that are still open, it allows you to view those as well. Alternatively, you will also find on your administrator reports the checklist report, which allows you to download CSVs of checklists for audit purposes.